Western civilization represents a sprawling narrative, a complex interplay of ideas, empires, and profound transformations. It is a story that has shaped much of the modern world, influencing governance, philosophy, science, and culture across continents. This grand historical journey spans from the ancient world through pivotal epochs and into the complexities of our contemporary era. The very roots of Western civilization are primarily found in ancient Greece, specifically within the vibrant city-state of Athens. It was here that the fundamental seeds for many enduring Western concepts were first sown and cultivated. These foundational ideas include the principles of democracy, the rigorous pursuit of philosophy, and the spirit of scientific inquiry. Key Athenian thinkers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle stand as monumental figures in this intellectual genesis. Their profound contributions laid the essential groundwork for what would become Western thought, emphasizing critical reasoning and logical discourse. They championed the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake, advocating for a systematic understanding of the world and human existence. The Athenian polis, or city-state, offered a revolutionary model of governance, albeit one limited to free men. It emphasized citizen participation in public life, a radical departure from the monarchical or oligarchic systems prevalent elsewhere. This early form of direct democracy, with its focus on civic engagement, profoundly inspired later democratic movements across millennia. Building directly upon the intellectual and cultural foundations laid by the Greeks, Roman civilization emerged as a formidable power. Both the Roman Republic and its subsequent empire expanded their influence dramatically, stretching across the Mediterranean basin and far beyond its initial borders. The Romans excelled in practical applications of knowledge, demonstrating remarkable prowess in law, engineering, and military organization. Their lasting legacy is evident in numerous aspects of modern society. Roman legal systems, with their codified principles and sophisticated concepts of justice, continued to inform legal frameworks worldwide. Their engineering marvels, from aqueducts to roads, established benchmarks for infrastructure development that endured for centuries. Furthermore, many political structures and administrative practices in Western nations trace their lineage back to Roman precedents. However, even this mighty empire faced its inevitable challenges. The Roman Empire experienced periods of intense internal strife, marked by political instability and economic pressures. Simultaneously, it contended with persistent external pressures from various migrating peoples and invading forces. These combined factors ultimately led to the gradual decline and eventual fall of the Western Roman Empire, ushering in a new historical epoch. The period following the collapse of the Western Roman Empire is traditionally known as the Middle Ages, a time of profound transition and reshaping of European society. During this era, Christianity rose to unparalleled prominence, playing an absolutely crucial role in shaping the social, political, and cultural landscapes of the continent. The Church, as an institution, became incredibly powerful, often filling the void left by the fragmented secular authorities. It served as a vital preserver of knowledge, safeguarding ancient texts and fostering intellectual activity within monasteries. The Church also exerted immense influence over education, morality, and daily life for the vast majority of the population. This period also witnessed the emergence of the feudal system, a hierarchical social and economic structure. Feudalism was characterized by a complex web of allegiances and obligations, primarily centered around land ownership and military service. Lords granted land to vassals in exchange for loyalty and protection, creating a decentralized yet structured society. Amidst these developments, powerful kingdoms began to consolidate, and distinct European cultures, with their unique languages and traditions, slowly but surely began to take shape. The Middle Ages eventually gave way to a transformative period known as the Renaissance, a cultural and intellectual movement that originated in Italy. This era marked a profound rebirth of classical learning and an explosion of artistic expression, fundamentally altering the trajectory of Western thought. There was a fervent and widespread renewed interest in the literature, philosophy, and art of ancient Greek and Roman cultures. Scholars meticulously rediscovered and translated forgotten texts, leading to a re-evaluation of human potential and achievement. This intellectual awakening fueled remarkable advancements across various fields, including art, literature, and the nascent sciences. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo produced masterpieces that celebrated human form and emotion, while writers explored new literary forms and themes. A pivotal innovation of this period was the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg. This technological breakthrough revolutionized the dissemination of knowledge on an unprecedented scale. It dramatically reduced the cost and time required to produce books, making information more accessible to a wider audience. The printing press thus fueled an explosion of intellectual and cultural exchange, accelerating the spread of new ideas and challenging established orthodoxies. Following the Renaissance, Western civilization underwent further dramatic transformations during the Age of Exploration and the Scientific Revolution. The Age of Exploration saw European powers embark on ambitious voyages across the globe, driven by a complex mix of economic ambition, religious zeal, and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. These expeditions led to the discovery of new trade routes and previously unknown lands. This era resulted in the colonization of the Americas and a massive expansion of global trade networks, fundamentally altering world geography and power dynamics. Simultaneously, the scientific revolution ushered in a new paradigm for understanding the natural world. Figures like Nicholas Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, and Isaac Newton challenged long-held beliefs and traditional explanations. They introduced empirical observation, mathematical reasoning, and systematic experimentation as the cornerstones of knowledge acquisition. This revolutionary approach to inquiry fundamentally reshaped humanity's understanding of the cosmos and the laws governing the physical world. It ushered in a new era of scientific investigation and rationalism, laying the groundwork for modern science and technology. The intellectual currents of the scientific revolution flowed directly into the Enlightenment, a powerful philosophical movement of the 18th century. The Enlightenment emphasized reason, individual rights, and democratic ideals as the cornerstones of a just society. Its key thinkers, such as John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Montesquieu, articulated principles that would profoundly reshape political thought. They championed concepts of liberty, equality, and popular sovereignty, arguing that governments derive their legitimacy from the consent of the governed. These radical ideas directly influenced the American and French revolutions, inspiring movements for independence and republican governance across the globe. The United States, in particular, was born directly from these Enlightenment ideals. It emerged as a beacon of democracy and individual freedom, offering a new model for self-governance. Throughout the 20th and 21st centuries, the United States grew to become a major force on the global stage. Its economic, political, and cultural influence has profoundly shaped international relations, global markets, and popular culture worldwide, continuing to evolve and adapt to new challenges. Western civilization, therefore, is not a static entity, but rather a complex and continuously evolving tapestry. It is woven with intricate threads of innovation, marked by periods of intense conflict, and underpinned by a set of enduring ideals. From the philosophical inquiries of ancient Athens to the legal structures of Rome, the spiritual guidance of the Middle Ages, and the intellectual rebirth of the Renaissance, its journey has been multifaceted. The global reach of the age of exploration, the rigorous methodology of the scientific revolution, and the transformative principles of the Enlightenment have all contributed to its rich and often contradictory narrative. Understanding this history is crucial for comprehending the origins of many contemporary institutions, values, and global dynamics. It is a story of continuous adaptation, challenge, and the persistent human quest for knowledge, order, and meaning.